Alright, guys and girls, it's just gone, I think, 10 o'clock on the 22nd of September, 22nd of September 2023 already. Jesus, time's flying by, isn't it? So, getting there. Just my next vlog for this morning, just going off to Greg's. Anyway, so I just got out. I woke up around about 7 o'clock this morning, and I tell you what, there's a lot going on at the moment on the news. We've got basically Russell Brand always in the papers. He's been basically demonetized and stuff off YouTube because the UK government says so, and what the UK government says so then must mean it's true and stuff, or maybe they're in the right or the wrong. So it's kind of a bit of sketchy, really, actually, all this thing, whether he's done something or not done something. And we've got a bit of sunshine coming through. That's nice. So anyway, it gets to the point that it's funny how that our governments in the UK and stuff are now the new the judges and stuff, the new judge. And it's funny because I thought the people who were doing the prosecuting and all that was actually the judges and stuff. I thought they were the ones who do all the sentences. I didn't know whether the UK Parliament are now actually the new judges in town and stuff. So, and also you don't need to go to a court case now to actually prove someone's guilty or not. You could just point at someone and just say they're guilty. There's always that old saying, innocent until proven guilty, guys and girls, and I always stand true to that as well. Innocent to proven guilty. Now, and then we've got like the UK government dictating basically whether someone should be taken off YouTube or off Tumblr or not, by them sending letters to the actual main companies. You better take them down. You better take them down. It's almost like basically, we want you to take them down because if you don't, there'll be consequences. And this is the point we're getting to now. Like, the UK can basically dictate what social medias and what platforms you should be on, and it gets to the point, if you shouldn't be on that platform, then you need to be deplatformed. It's like, I mean, are we in kindergarten now? Like, are we like in a playground and stuff? Like, to the point, are we all like little children again or something? Now we need to be like sort of locked up and stuff. To the point, but I don't know. I mean, society at the moment is like, we've got to be covered up. We're not allowed to see all the bad things. We're not allowed to see all the good things. We can see the good things as long as it's good. At least as long as we're in the sort of nice, and we've got to behave ourselves and stuff, because otherwise you'll be punished and stuff. So, and thing is, back before this happened, right, people weren't even saying anything about it before, and it was going on. People knew stuff were going on. Regardless, they just kept their mouth shut and stuff. And now we're getting people accusing film actors, actresses. We're getting people going after musicians. We've got people going after, if they say something out of derogative or out to the government or the pharmaceuticals, then you're basically on the hit list. Even though it's their opinion and stuff and all that. But to be honest, people's opinions don't matter now. Never has and never will be. And it's sad that we're living in a society where we're being dictated majority of the time, 90% of the time. But that, unfortunately, guys and girls, that does happen. And like, I'm going off to Greg's. I love going to Greg's. And say someone said, right, you can't go there, we're going to ban you from going Greg's or whatever. Right? I'll be like, well, what have I done? What have I done? And they say, well, it's because you've been talking about the government and stuff, so we're going to stop you from going Greg's. And I'm like, well, you've got to give a better reason than that. And like, when people say, oh, someone's done something, they have to have proof to that. And then we've got all these like people coming at saying, oh, he's did this to me, he's done that to me. But then again, we need the proof. And if the proof doesn't lie and comes out and then the person's done something or not, and then also has the no police been involved in stuff at the moment, so it's kind of like you think to yourself, well, assuming the police haven't been involved, but yet our UK government have, they must mean they are the new police in town and stuff. And because of all this going on, it's like you think to yourself, it's more, okay, who's really in charge here? Who's really in charge? Is it the police? Is it the court system? Or is it more about our UK governments and the governments around the world? Oh, go on. Because I feel that we're in almost, it feels like a status quo at the moment, where we don't know whether who's in charge. And then we've got Apple basically getting effed over to do with their charging ports, because apparently the government or the EU wants them to regulate the ports or the USBs on the phones to be all USB-C, when they've used their Apple charging things, thingamajigs, whatever they call them, to charge at the phones, and they've been using it since release and stuff on the iPhones. And now because the government, the EU says, right, if you don't, then what we're going to do is not actually sell any of your iPhones. I think it's almost like the EU are holding a gun against the head. If you don't, mate, unfortunately, well, we're going to have to basically stop you from selling them. I think that's kind of bad in one way, because if this goes to any companies who want to start up a business like Apple, just make sure you go by what the UK says or what the government says or the EU and stuff. Got to keep in check, keep you in line and stuff. And if you're out of line and stuff, they'll soon put you in line and stuff. So yeah, it's not really good, is it? Really, I thought all about free speech and about free, just doing whatever, freedom of doing, building our businesses up or building an empire. But well, we've got to have regulations, and if you don't pass those regulations, then unfortunately it's bad news for you and stuff. So this is what really pisses me off. People can just point the finger at people and say they've done something when they haven't, when they like, for instance, when the BBC like started recording and did like a live stream televised when they went to Cliff Richard's house and they thought he did something very heinous stuff going on, and then they accused him and he went through all those courts, and the amount of like heinous crimes that wasn't against him, that he didn't do, they tried to pin it on him and stuff a lot other times, because they thought, well, it's like they needed someone to be the next target, so obviously they went after him. And then they found out after all that, when he went through the entire courts, he was actually innocent in all of this. And it's actually sad that it's going on loads of guys and girls everywhere, that people could just be like have a pin on if they don't like them, or the government don't like them, or whoever don't like them, or if there's certain types of groups that don't like certain people, we've got to shut them down. There's no like free speech, there's no having your opinion doesn't matter no more. It's all like you've got to do good, and obviously everyone's got to be good, right? You can't, like, obviously there's got to be rules to always keep abided by the law and stuff, but even if you're abiding by the law, which majority of people are and stuff, they can still get basically effed over a lot. And like with Russell Brand, like one of the funniest comedians out, one of the funniest comedians, and he's had his addiction problems, and we get that, and he was on the road to recovery. He's been off, I think, drugs for, was it over 15, 20 years or something, or 10 years, I don't know how long, and he's got a family, and he's had like sex addictions before with women and stuff, and he's been addicted to sex, and suddenly, because of those sort of things in the past, they're trying to say, oh, maybe he wasn't consented to have sex with them, or didn't get the consent off them. And he's saying that all the women he's been with, he's had consent off them and all that kind of stuff. It was all consensual, and you think to yourself, well, okay, so if it's true, then let the courts decide whether he's right or wrong and stuff, or whether he's guilty or not guilty. And that's the whole sort of thing. Whether he's guilty or not guilty, we'll let the courts decide of it. We don't need to step in. We don't need to get our UK governments to shut him down unless there's an actual court thing on it, or the police get involved and stuff. Let them do the job if there is a crime being committed. But it's one of those things at the end of the day, guys and girls, like, we've just got to let the courts decide all of it. But anyway, guys and girls, cheers for watching this rant. Hope you enjoy it. Do like, favourite, share this, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next episode.